And we're going to try it again, guys. Let's bring him on, the chatbot master from Cuba, David CHAPET. What's going on, David? You totally should have got me.
Yeah, finally here. How are you?
I'm better now that I can hear you, my friend. Man, that was, you know
Hi.
what?
How are you?
Interesting. I'm excellent now that we're live and I can hear you and everyone else can hear you. Man, that would have been such a horrible episode on my part if it was just me blabbing and they couldn't hear your genius.
Yeah, I don't know what happened just now, but maybe the Cuban connection, it's something crazy here.
Man, they know what's going on. They know that we're about to drop all the bombs and give all the secrets and try to help people. And that's really what we're trying to do, guys. We're the gangsters of helping people, especially businesses, right? And you're a business owner outside of just chatbots. Tell the world a little bit about yourself. Tell the world about David. I got the guy to come out of the shadows. Is this your first podcast, man?
Yes, it's my first podcast talking about chatbots.
Cool. Okay, yeah, cool. So
I'm French, I live here since, yeah, tell me.
Cool, man. Well, listen, tell the world a little bit about yourself. I kind of gave you a long, elaborate intro on the first video we did to try to clear that connection up. But I said you're a French guy living in Cuba. And so just tell the little world about yourself, man. This is your time to just tell your story.
Yeah, but to talk about this quickly, I'm French and I'm living in Cuba since 25 years now. Mm-hmm. And I start building chatbots for my own business. With my wife, we run chatbot travel agencies, and we have a luggage storage too. So I built a chatbot for both business. There is more than 1 year, and it works very well for us, very, very well with these chatbots. So when the pandemic came to our lives, tourism goes down here in Cuba, and I talked to myself with my wife what we can do. So as chatbots were working very fine for us, I think that chatbots could work very fine for the other business too. So I start to study a lot, try to learn more and more how to get not perfect but good chatbots, and I start to a little chatbot agency, and people saw what I did with my own chatbot for my own business, and start to ask me, to interest themselves for this system. And since I've built 3 chatbots for other people, and it's very, very fine. I enjoy it a lot, and it's very helpful for them,
100%.
So, yeah, so here in Cuba, very small business, I interested them for these systems, because we are a very, very different market from the rest of the world. Something crazy, totally different. And I think it could be a good starting to get into digital marketing to start with chatbot here.
100%.
So in small words, in few words, that's how I get into this business.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense, man. And so tell the audience and myself, remind me, now that Cuba is lifting some restrictions maybe and gaining more access to what is common, maybe not so much in other countries around the world, what makes you different in the chat game versus other marketing agencies in Cuba? Are there many other agencies even in the same league as you and doing things in the conversational space?
Well, marketing is very new here in Cuba, because we are in a country with 20 or 30 years technology outdated. Everything is new here. There is 5 or 10 years ago, everybody works for the government. Now, since 5-10 years, people can work for themselves. The government is giving the possibility to people to work for themselves, to have their own business. So with all the small business going on, marketing business are going on too on the air. So, but everybody is doing the same digital marketing. You know, everybody wants to sell you some post on Facebook and Instagram and earn money with 3 or 5 pictures, no more. So I say, no, I don't need this for my own business, and probably the other people don't need this too. They need something more efficient. They need something that is selling, because everybody wants to sell. Everybody wants to earn money here in Cuba, people and business. So for me, I thought that chatbots were the perfect systems to achieve these goals, especially in the Cuban context, where connection is very difficult, connection is very expensive. So I explained to my customer that the final customer, the user of their chatbot,
the end user, right,
will save a lot of money connecting them through Messenger and not opening a website to doing their buying. So it's very important for us and for them to know that with a chatbot they can save a lot of money and of course a lot of time. So
dude,
I think
I gotta pause you just for a second.
I ran.
I like to pause you just for a second, because I think you just said something that I think just blew my mind. Tell me if I'm correct. You said digital marketing, newer concept in Cuba. I understand that totally. You just said rather than a business owner maybe or entrepreneur spend the money on a website to sell their thing, you think it could be equal or better to use a chatbot instead, because of all the things you can do, like, you know, that we love? Do you think that, I want to make sure I heard you correctly and understand what you're saying. Do you think that a business owner in Cuba is better off with a chatbot if they can only have one or the other? Use a chatbot versus a website?
Yeah, of course.
Boom, I totally agree.
100%.
That's so cool.
100%. People don't have to get out of Facebook. Everybody here has got a Facebook profile. Everybody. The first things a Cuban do when he gets an internet connection is to create his own profile on Facebook.
Yes.
So 100%.
So good.
They don't have to go out of Facebook. They have to open a website page. So they stay inside of Facebook, and everybody got his Messenger app. So
yes, you're so
they save a lot of money with this.
Yes, man, you're so right, dude. And I'm loving this, because I feel like I said this same thing, and I feel like I was kicking myself in this live episode, because when you're live, man, you can't take back what you say, and sometimes I say some crazy things. And I said, man, in this day and age, I don't think every business needs a website. And you just proved the perfect use case, because what we're really doing, guys, in my opinion, I want to put the screen side by side really quick. What we're doing when we're advertising on social media to only then make them leave social media to then go to another page to buy your thing is not a good experience yet. Like 5 years ago, that's the whole goal. And so that's 5 years ago. That's the goal then. The goal now is get the customer served as fast as possible. And you are a genius with some of the automation that you've made. And I'm going to stop now, guys. I just get so hyped because just stuff works, and the proof's undeniable, and we're on the top of it, baby. So keep on going, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, no, it works. It works really. So people don't do a page to sell you. Don't do an e-commerce web page. Do a chatbot and spend your money and do some good ads by yourself, good posts, good photos, and everything is going. It had to go directly to the chatbots, and you will say like this: focus you and give a good promotion and good products, and the chatbots will do the rest. Save your time.
Exactly,
Don't
dude.
answer the same question ever and ever through WhatsApp. No, 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 no. Support, okay, for some personalized questions through WhatsApp, but use your chatbots on Messenger. It will do the job for you, and people are going to understand it. That's why a lot of business are looking at the chatbots here and, hey, David, how are you doing? Hey, David, it really works for you. Yes, it works for me. So if it works for me, it can work for you too.
100%, dude. I'm telling you what, man. It sounds like you get as excited as me. And guys, I've been following. I don't know how long. When did you exactly start in chat again and start in bots? When did you begin?
There is more than 1 year ago, I started using ChatFuel, and then I discovered a lot of Silverbots. And
Oh
from
yeah, say
now,
what
I
shout out to
only
say.
do bots with Silverbots. For me, the best system nowadays. And so there more than 1 year that I did some chatbots. I started with two bots for my own business, and then to expand it to other people, because what I learned during this year, uh, I give to the other people. I give my own experience for to get better the business, to get the better grown. That's all.
So true, man. And you did it so the right way. If I was in the position of done it that way, and in fact, I did do it kind of in that way. I actually, when I first discovered what automation was in the conversational world, conversational marketing, I had to learn, and so I would never try to make a financial gain of learning. You know what I'm saying? So luckily, and I
Yeah.
was over at the guy's house earlier today. We just finished up an app for this small island close to where I live called the Fusky Island. Um, I dealt with. Let's see what were we gonna say here? Um, I totally spaced out on what we were going to talk about with the Fusky. I was at Wick's house today, and we built the app to sell the things. I don't remember exactly the train of thought I was on there, so I'm going to put it back onto you. But I'll tell you, the automation has just changed the game for me in so many ways. And at this point, I just want to highlight how well it works. Oh, you said that. Got it. So I gave away the technology, was my point there. Totally gave it away, learned how to not gamify it, even though I created games within Messenger. I had to learn the best ways to implement the technology. And it was so new. And back when I was first getting into it, it wasn't advanced as it was today. I didn't know about Silver. That changed things for me. And I agree that as far as a builder is concerned, those are the tools you want to use.
Yeah, I had to have to learn a lot. During this year, I learned a lot, and every day I'm learning. I not pretend to be the best expert of chatbots, but nowadays I'm the only one here to do chatbots. So,
Yep.
but I learn from everyone outside. I learn from you. I learn from other people who are in the Silverbots group, because I belong to this group. So it's a constant learning, and this learning is for the other people who want to have a chatbot working for their business. We are outdated technology here, but I think you can have access to chatbots just learning. You have no need to learn coding with such a system. You don't need to learn to code to get into the dashboard. So the business here will want to use chatbots can do it easily. It just the point is, I want to do it. I want to do it because nobody is going to do it for you. It's the same point that people who want to have their own business here. Everybody want to earn money, but you need to work and you need to do the things by yourself. That's how I did with chatbots. So you can do it too with your own business. You have to work, and such system like chatbots can work for you. That's what I try to explain to people when I present them the value of a chatbot.
100%, and the value I think does vary. So when I was learning way back when how to best use a chatbot, I was really just trying to solve a specific problem. The specific problem was the customers of this client were always asking the same questions, always, but in different ways. In general, it was just like a pain, and no matter where you put the information, right in their face, you could say like, here's the thing you're looking for. They're still asking questions about the thing. And it's like, it would blow me away. And so I discovered, it was MiniChat what I was discovered first. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can take keywords here and then create a sentence or two and have it spit back at the customer or the client or whoever's in Messenger. That's awesome. And I know about it. Cool. That was my real experience. But then I was so heavy into content, I didn't really have time to dive too deep. And I was like, all right, well, that's cool. There is pretty much, that was it. So as time went on and I really learned what they could do, and I learned truthfully the same way you did, trying to solve a problem for the things that I had issues with or the clients, and then watching other people in the groups. I'm like, oh, wait, what did this guy just do? This guy had how many redemptions for his restaurant? 300 redemptions in a week to do what? I want that for my clients, And so I think that all year long, like folks like you and myself have just tried to find the best solutions to the problems that either we have had or our clients have had. And this is chat marketing's done it.
Yeah, that's right. And I saw people who are talking to me. They have good business. Their business are running very well, working very well, but they need to make so much effort, so much work to answer to people. I am building right now a chatbot for a big bakery in a tourism center, and they have a big group, a big base of fans in their page. Like 9,000 people, and they spend all the day long to responding simple questions through WhatsApp. And I say to them, it's crazy. You have one person all day long responding through WhatsApp to the same question again and again. No. Save your time and save your money. Use a chatbot, and
it's
people.
Such a great point.
Yeah. So much people asking the same questions every day. It's crazy. It's crazy when when a chatbot can do it without you.
You nailed it, man, and that is why the table exists in so many ways. It's like even though like it's not as powerful, I guess, in the regard of a traditional bot builder, but it's the fastest way to get from A to Z for the restaurants that I deal with. And so when they don't care about building a funnel or a flow and they just want to sell food, this is what solves the problem the fastest. Because tell me why it makes sense to have an employee who you're paying hourly step away from their other duties that they could be doing to answer a phone call or to process an order in any other way than have it digitally done, because it's a consistent, efficient means, trackable means to make it happen. And to me, it just makes all the sense in the world. How many times, even if it's 3 orders a day that someone is going to take over the phone versus pushing them online, why do you think all the big guys do it on their answering machine part before you talk to a human? If you just look at all this math, it takes 3 minutes to go order over the phone, times 3 a day, times 7 days a week or 5 days a week, times 300 days a year. That's a lot of time spent on the phone taking to-go orders that a robot could have handled. Simple, it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, yes, of
makes
course.
Makes sense to you too, obviously.
Yeah, of course. People are beginning to understand it here when they saw my home business, the other business that I've implemented chatbots, they say, oh yes, it thinks that it works for you. And people say, oh, of course, it works for me. I save a lot of time, I save a lot of money, and this money
Sure.
I save, I can use it to do better promotion. I can do it to focus on other things. And people are seeing it right now. And I think it's important for the Cuban market, because we are at a crucial point right now. The government is giving people some facility to do their own business. So people need to have a good system, good tools for helping them. And I think chatbots is an ideal system for such a market like we have here. We are technology outdated, as I said before, and this system is perfect. It's perfect. You don't need to code. You don't need to learn a lot to manage a dashboard. It's very simple, and it's working for you. remember this every time. This chatbot is your best seller.
Yes, it is. It will. And like, I know that scares some folks out there that may be in sales, but here's what I would say personally, like, they're tools. At the end of the day, all a chatbot is an automation, right? It's a tool. It needs a human to tell it what to do, to understand intent, to do the things that it needs to do. We have to tell it. We have to control it. So if sales folks, and I'm implementing this in some, no restaurants are using this method I'm about to talk about, but a couple of manufacturers, one of the smartest manufacturers out there that I've ever known about and have ever dealt with, they're crushing with chat in an entirely different way. And as far as just using it as a net to just provide value to every individual that comes through, which is so cool. It's such a cool idea that they've put so much thought into the brand, which has power when it's done correctly. I don't know how much brand power, for example, it is to sponsor, like, an interstate campaign of billboards. To buy 12 billboards on the interstate, I don't know how effective that is. You see it, sure. But when you have maybe a series of 15 messages from a chatbot over the course of 12 months, I feel part of that brand. And it lasts a lot longer, and it costs a whole lot less than those billboards you could have bought, to achieve the same goal of a brand. And you can't make a direct transaction with a billboard. You can with what we do, right? And are you doing transactional marketing within your bots, or is it more advertising? Are you doing transactions within the channel of digital?
Ryan?
I don't know if you caught that. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So with your chatbots, do you more so like push for appointments, or are you also like are you doing transactions online?
Both things.
Perfect. That's great.
Both things. For my own business, we did a lot of booking business because
Right.
I've got luggage storage here in Havana, and people outside book their luggage storage with the chatbots. Also, I did with my own business, a travel agency. I'm selling a lot. I'm selling excursions. I'm selling tours. I'm selling cabarets, night on the cabarets and restaurants and experience. And the chatbots I've did with other business, they are transactional chatbots. The people can buy goods. For example, you know what is this? You can see it.
Yeah. What is that? What is that?
It's a bamboo straw.
Gotcha.
And
Yep.
I'm selling through the chatbots for this manufacturer is bamboo straws, and people are buying it through the chatbots.
Cool. Dude,
people,
you're gonna have to send
individuals,
some
and restaurants. Restaurants and bars are buying it through the chatbots of the manufacturer.
That is so cool, man. Yeah. Seriously, like, dude, I'll tell you what, like
everything can be doing. everything except the forbidden things for the Facebook policies, But as we can say everything. From bakery that I'm doing right now for this business to bamboo straws to tours and everything. That's fantastic.
I actually showed some folks this today. I'm gonna share my screen really quick here. Let's see. I'm gonna get it. Because I never thought. I created Tap the Table specifically just to help restaurants sell food. In general, in essence, you could bet that most restaurants' social media just kind of sucked because they don't have time. It's not that they don't care; they just don't have time. So a lot of times it looks kind of not the best comparatively to other industries, and they just need to make sales. They don't need to do other things. That's why I made Tap the Table. I never would have dreamed that other industries would be able to use the system in the way that they're using it. But even from churches to I'm going to give my boy Kyle Russell a shout out. This guy is a mulcher. And I'm going to just see if I can't pull my screen over here really quick. This dude absolutely kills it. He could have been a digital marketer himself, in my opinion. I'm going to pull his site up because it's just so good. Let's see, share screen. And I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is something that I knew nothing about at all. Look at this thing. Boom. I'm going to, let's see, can we back it up a little bit? Yeah, look at that thing, dude. That's Kyle Russell's machine. I actually do work for the manufacturer there. That's GyroTrack. This guy right here really gets it done. And his site is pretty cool if I don't say so myself. But the trick what he has is this get free quote button. If I'm not mistaken, he may have changed it by now. This doesn't go to another page on the site. What does this go? This goes like boom, right to his bot. Yes, sir. That's exactly where it goes. Right to his automation, which I just think is so cool. And we could do the things. So you get a quote right here. In forestry mulching. His is so cool. He actually sent me a really nice testimonial the other day, but I never would have thought a mulcher would use a chatbot, bro. Like a mulcher, a lumberjack, in essence, is crushing it with chat marketing. So I think it could work for almost any business. Do you agree it could work for almost any business, chat marketing?
Yeah, I think so. Right now, here, the people I focus to sell because it's important for everybody here to earn money. When you work for the government, you earn around $40 a month.
Whoa.
Yo, so do you understand easily that people to earn money with their own business? But I think
no kidding.
They can work. Chatbots can work for everything. Just answers, technical answers, general answers, general sellings, every type of goods. I think chatbots can work for every kind of industry, hospitality, technology, different service, different goods. I think either product is good, chatbot easy to build if you understand the product.
I think you're 100% right, man. And I'm going to point this out. I think that just like Kelly said, and shout out to her because I'm wearing her Bot Shot shirt. Y'all go buy her stuff. Kelly from Baby Got Bot. What she always says, and I think it's just 100% true. The automation, the bot, if you will, the chatbot, the digital marketing strategy is only good as the builder itself. So not all chatbots are the same. Just like not all photographers are the same, not all videographers are the same, not all copy folks, not copywriters are the same. Depending on how well the builder knows the craft and cares, the product will be different than someone that will do something from Fiverr. I'm just convinced. And I've heard everyone say, well, not everyone. I've heard people say, oh, Fiverr's gotten a lot better. Great. If you need a Fiverr solution, get the Fiverr solution. I think that the value in having someone like David run the automation for you, or at least create it for you as a business owner, could be a way to go if you just need the results. You don't care about the details, man. David, just make me money. I think that's what the business owners would say to you. when they see the success your other clients are having, plus your own business has had, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. As I tell you, we are the society here is changing a lot, and people want to doing money. So it's a better way, I think, right now to sell online here in Cuba is through the bots. People are working through WhatsApp, but WhatsApp don't sell. You are spending your day long to respond question to try to sell with arguments that the chatbot can do it for you. So I think yes, a good chatbot with a good product is a success.
Yes,
Sure.
sir. I want to ask you this really quick. I learned this from Wendy. Shout out to Wendy if she's watching. Not all builders are the same, obviously, and so not all builders' situations are the same. Some people that I've become very close with that are from abroad, they have a very inconsistent internet, for example, or it can be very expensive. And I know you touched on it, but what Wendy said, because in Mexico, where she lives, there are so many barriers she has to overcome, and because the cost is so high in their country to certain tools that here necessarily wouldn't be so high, she's had to find workarounds to this and find tricks to do that. What barriers specifically in Cuba, again, because for me, I know where Cuba is, but I don't know that much about the country other than, you haven't had the same opportunities, truthfully, just that you haven't. I have it much easier here to do the thing than you do. And I just kind of want you to explain that, because a lot of people across the world don't understand this, and it's a big deal, right? Well, so your barriers
yeah, here, barriers are financial. It's very difficult here for people to get money, and I try to explain that with the chatbots, of course, they can earn a lot of money, but they can save money too, because when you build for somebody a web page site, it's very expensive. Chatbots are less expensive. I sell the chatbot on the half price of e-commerce web page. The difficulty for the people is to understand what I don't to explain it.
The utility?
The utility, because a lot of people don't know what chatbot are.
They really don't. You're 100% right.
Big educational works to do. Yeah, I've got hard work to do, explain them what are chatbots. It's a barrier. It's a barrier because technology is very new here for a lot of people. Internet is very new for a lot of people. A lot of people don't have internet
so crazy
access.
to me to even think about it. I think I've been like, man, that really blows my mind. When did it become? When did it start becoming more common for people to have the internet in Cuba? I'm so curious now.
It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. The access to internet is very difficult and very expensive here, as well as internet is very slow. The connection is very poor. So it's a barrier for us and for all the people to get access to internet. 1 hour of connection is 50 cents.
That's so crazy.
50 cents for 1 hour of connection. So when people are getting connected, we as a professional we have to give them the direct to the point. They don't have to spend the time. They can't spend their time on internet all day long because it's too expensive. Like to open a website, it's too expensive because the consume of data is very high. With the chatbots through Messenger is very low. So I try to explain them that this is a very important value for the final customer if your business is directly into Messenger and not into a website on the internet page. And So the big barrier here is the technology, because we have also a lot of site tools that are blocked, especially from the US government, of the US blockade through Cuba. And we have a lot of tools that we personally can use to build better bots that we can't have access. And this is a big challenge for the people who are working with technology, not only with chatbots, but with technology, with digital tools. It's a big challenge, a big barriers to work in a blocked country.
100%.
That's not an easy stuff.
I'll tell you what, man, you have to really know what you're doing, have drive, and want to figure the things out to do all that you've done. It's incredible, in my opinion, man. Kudos to you and your success. It's well deserved. I want to end on just one last point that just because I can't believe, like, we talked a couple of days ago to make sure our connections would work with the internet and such. But you didn't hit on this point. I don't think you watched the episode that I did several ones back about, do you need a website or not? That's just, it's really in my head with what you're saying. And at this point, guys, even though it's been like pretty much, I think, standard for you to just assume you need one, and by all means, I'm not saying a website hurts in any way. I don't think it will hurt a business in any way to have a website. If you're forced to choose one or the other as your means of information, or at this point with ChatBot, making sales, and you don't have the means to do both website and social media marketing, we're on the same page, guys. And we told you first, we're out here on live, so passionate about chat that even though our connection failed the first time, we still came back, guys, to deliver the message to you. Chat is where it's at. Bam! That should be a shirt. Chat is where it's at. I think that the lack of upfront costs initially, the fact that you can do everything it can do on a website or on Facebook, in essence, in the Facebook ecosystem that you can on a website, and you can't do everything on a website that you can on Facebook, there's advantages there. Now, it just comes down to search or social. Like, are they searching for the product? And will Facebook have good enough SEO to deliver if they don't know you? Or are they becoming aware from a friend who just posted the thing that's cool? Now I want the thing that's cool, and the whole world wants the thing that's cool. It's so much fun, man. Digital is so fun.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. No more website, just only chatbots. Everything, you've got everything inside Facebook. You got the audience, you get the promotions, you get the marketing tools, and you get the chatbots, you get the statistics, you get everything. You don't need a website. You can do everything inside Facebook and with their own tools, and with a tools a system like chatbots can bring to the people, the builder, the business, and the final users. You don't need websites. You don't need websites. You can work everything inside this social media, and everybody has a profile on Facebook. I heard some people, no, I don't want Facebook. It's a lie. They are on Facebook.
All right. So yeah, roll call, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that there was a big migration of people going to another app, like leaving Facebook. I'd be willing to bet they're still here. And I get people being frustrated and stuff. I get it. I get frustrated too. I just can't say anything about politics at all, really. I think that Facebook's going to be a part of the world until it's not. And so until it's not, I'm not ever worried about the scare tactics or what if people leave. People have been saying, Ryan, Facebook's not going to work since the day I said I want to work with Facebook 10 years ago, man. I'm still here. and you are too. And I think we're on the forefront, man. I think we're a little ahead. I think we get a little bit lucky. So let's end on this. Everyone knows my favorite, my number one, Baby Got Bot. She's awesome. Do you have any influencers that really helped you that other new builders could look into and research and learn from that you recommend? Or what would you recommend to a newbie?
Please repeat. I don't
Yeah,
understand
I'm sorry.
the question, please.
Yes, sir. So, who would you recommend for someone that's new to chatbots that wants to do what you're doing, right? Maybe not in Cuba because that's your turf. Don't mess with his turf, y'all. But someone reaches out to you and they say, "Oh, I love what you're doing. How can I get started?" What would you recommend for them?
Oh, I recommend to study a lot, to look at other chatbots as they are working. I all the every day I'm looking to different chatbots. How it works, why, what its purpose, how it's done, how it can resolve my own problem, and to study. I study every tutorials of Silverbots because it's the system I use, and they are so useful. The tutorials. That's how I built my own chatbots. Studying a lot and try to get better every day with the new tools they are going on every day. It's an incredible system that they provide to us that
Sure is.
it deserves your time to be it deserves your time to be to study every day, because every day you can discover something new that can be better for your own chatbot, for the chatbot you are building for the others. So for a newbie that wants to come in this business, it's my recommendation to work and to learn every day. I'm not a big expert, but I'm getting better every day. I'm learning from you. I'm learning from Kelly. I'm learning from Mike in the Silverbots group. I'm learning from everyone. I don't know if Deepak Kumar is looking at us, but
I hope
I
he
am
is.
looking from him.
Yeah.
Is
Deepak, throw me some
yeah.
heart, dude. I'm so
This
glad he was
guy
on the
is
podcast too.
asking question.
Golly. And first of
This
all,
guy is
shout out to Shay though.
asking question.
We have to shout out Shay because all the people you're talking about, see, I know all the coins, all sides of the coins, all the groups. Guys, this guy Shay, this developer is the fastest, most gangster developer I've ever met, because as hard of a questions and curveballs as us have been able throwing at him all year, he's knocked them all out of the park. I don't think he's missed one yet. Now, luckily, I decided to take the easy way. You guys handle the hard problems. Don't do the restaurants over here because Tatted Table's different, and people don't realize that sometimes. It is its own thing. It's a plug and play. That's there. It can't do all the things. I don't want to do all the things because it hurts my head. The things you guys do and the Josh Fletchers and the API guys, nope. It hurts my head. I'm staying over here to plug and play and win. You're doing the gangster stuff on the silver side, so shout out to you, sir. They're awesome over there. Well, man, this has been fun, dude.
Talking about the other guys, I learn a lot every day from those guys in this group, and C from Silverbots helps me so much, so much. As I said before, some tools are brought for Cuba. And when I explain that I can't do the final checkout, something so simple that I can do the final checkout because it had to open a website page. So I can do it as a builder, but the final user will not go to the final page, to the checkout page, because it was blocked from Cuba. So I asked, say, if we can do our own checkout flow. And he said, yes, you will have your own checkout flow in one month. And we've got it. So nowadays, I thought when I asked this function that it will be useful just for me. But no, nowadays it's useful for a lot of people. And thanks to C and Silverbots, everyone can have better chatbots every day because they are so powerful, they are so fast, and they
So
respond so fast that it's incredible. So I learned a lot from those people, from you, because your Tap the Table is very inspirational. You know, it's
appreciate that, man.
so functional, so strong that I say, wow, I can do the same, not the same thing as Tap the Table, but I can do some chatbots that are working as well for my own markets. And
Just to unlock,
thanks
man.
to you and thanks to all those people.
Well, man, thank you, because I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for people like you, I owe a lot of success to Kelly. I always say that, and I'm always going to shout her out, because like, if it wasn't for her videos, if it wasn't for her putting herself out there, and the way she puts it, learning with everyone as she was doing her thing, and when she first started with her YouTube channel, I totally wouldn't be doing this. I don't know what I'd be doing today. And I'm super pumped that this is what I do. It's like a dream to have so many chatbot automation systems working for businesses, making them lots of money. I love that. I love waking up knowing when I slept last night, I made a bunch of businesses money. That's awesome. But I owe her so much, and I owe Say so much. And because of that, I try to give back, right? Like, if I ever see a question in this space, it's like a race. I want to be the first to answer it, but a lot of times, man, it gets hard after a while, because people just start expecting this, and I'm waking up with questions that don't really even pertain to me. I'm like, oh man, does anyone even like care that I just like made this video to show you the thing? Oh, my camera just went out. I think I got overheated from using the Sony all day today. All good. Man, we just had the 2020 version of the podcast. But I'm going to just disappear the screen from myself really quick as we end this whole deal. I think chatbots are the future. They are the here, they are the now, and you need to find people, experts like Mr. David here to help your business either get started or get to the next level. And so I really appreciate you being on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks to you, really, because it's important for us. We have poor visibility here in Cuba because people don't, when they think of Cuba, they can think of salsa and rum, of tobaccos, but they don't think of chatbots. But we have one chatbot builder here in Cuba. So I appreciate a lot your invitation to talk about the work I'm doing here and to talk about my market.
Well, it is important work, and not only for you to just make a ton of money, it's to help businesses. That is the whole point of marketing. The whole point of marketing is to help the business brand and make sales. And for me, instead of just doing it for my own business and being fine with that, and instead of you just doing it for your own business, we see that, oh, wow, the solution that I developed for my business to solve my problem is applicable to so many other businesses. I can't wait to help them too. And
right,
it's just like, this is my video games these days. And when you win, your client wins, and instead of coins, I win money. They do too.
Right, definitely. So, yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for being the guest. Sorry, my camera's out. This has just been like the 2020 of all episodes, but I am so pumped. I got the man, the legend from Cuba.
Your man in Havana.
Man in Havana, dude. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, brother?